Previously on the Jersey Nerds podcast. We are talking reverse retros today. I know the Sharks unveiled new uniforms. We're going to ignore them.
For now.
For now. Welcome to the Jersey Nerds podcast, your home for debates and discussion surrounding sports uniforms, hockey jersey design, and more. I am struggling to keep this together in a straight face. With me, we've got BPoe. BPoe, how you doing? Oh, we can't hear BPoe.
I was muted.
Oh, God.
I interrupted you and said, just recording a podcast. How about you? And then you still called to me. And I was like, oh, God, I'm muted. Just recording a podcast. How about you?
I'm doing well. Alex, how are you doing? He's also here.
I'm pretty good. Can't complain.
All right. And then also joining us is special guest, Carter, leaking extraordinaire, the guy that Ali, whatever his name is on Twitter, fears most in his sleep. It is Carter Richard Designs. How are you doing, my man?
I am great.
Welcome to the podcast. All right. So, yeah, we are going to be talking about the new jerseys that several teams have unveiled. Edmonton and others among it. Oh, yeah, we need to go over what we're wearing. So I guess that's the reason for BPoe. So.
Among us.
BPoe. Among us. Among
I didn't want to say
others, I meant.
I am wearing an Edmonton Oilers jersey that, without seeing the collar, is surprisingly difficult to guess what era it would come from. And by that, I mean the Reebok Edge blue home that also is their new home jersey and also was their home jersey in the 80s. Or I guess it would have been away in the 80s. The blue one.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah, there's a lot of teams that did that this offseason, making it hard to know what is when. Alex, what are you wearing?
I'm wearing everyone's most controversial jersey of all time. Carolina home. I know you all hate it. I just grabbed something out of my closet.
Because I may or may not hearing you describe that as Carolina home.
It is the Carolina home jersey.
Oh, it is. It just pained me because I hadn't heard it described that way, like vocally yet. I've only heard that over text. Why does my camera keep adjusting position?
I do think that they should have stayed with the red one, but I've already made that clear, and I don't need to go into that again. Anyways,
remember, he likes that more than the Flyers home. Carter, what are you wearing?
I am wearing the beautiful Wild Wing jersey.
Oh, yes.
From Reverse Retro 1.0.
Who do you got
My
on
favorite patch. I'm going to stand up or turn around. Zegras with his old number. Just got it customized last week.
When did he change numbers? I did not know this.
I think he was just that number for his first season, wasn't he? Unless I'm stupid and he's never changed, but I think...
No, I kind of forgot he did too, because I'm pretty sure the number changed... Oh, God, my camera. Enjoy my screen.
Oh. Here's the waveforms, everybody.
Because he's number 11.
Just looking at waveforms, how about you?
My gimbal thing has a mind of its own. I guess I'm going to have to change that.
I think he changed this season.
I don't know what's going on here. I'm pretty sure the number changed. I'm pretty sure the number change leaked with the NHL cover, didn't it?
Yes, it did. You're right. It changed this season.
Right.
He was 46, now he's 11.
Wow.
I'm turning off my camera for a minute to fix whatever's going on with this here.
Okay, brief pause. We're just going to put a stock image over BPoe.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just going to put a stock image over BPoe. And then I'm wearing the Vancouver Canucks Reverse Retro, one of two Reverse Retros I've gotten recently.
Sprite jersey.
With Cheyenne Steam legend Elias Pettersson on it.
Well, you got to be more specific now as to which Reverse Retro it is.
This is true. This is the Sprite can one. Both of Vancouver's are great, but this is the one I was most sad about missing out last time. And now not missing out. Now I have it, so that's nice. Yeah. So the first part of this podcast, is basically just going to be all of us telling Carter how cool he is.
This is my ego boost.
Carter is cool.
Well, sure, BPoe's made professional logos for professional teams, and Alex and I have probably done some stuff. Carter here is the only one to ruin the entire marketing campaign of an NHL franchise, which, to be fair, was already ruined beforehand, but we don't need to talk about that. Carter, so you leaked the Chicago Blackhawks Reverse Retro this year.
I did.
So how did that happen?
So the first thing I want to say, because I feel really bad, I am getting too much credit. My friend Jake Velli, he has many names, people call him. He's the only reason why.
Be close.
He's the only reason why this happened. He runs Access NHL on Instagram. It's kind of a dead account now. But I just wanted to give him kind of credit where credit's due, because I went and posted it on Twitter and it blew up a lot more there than it did on Instagram. But yeah, a friend of his, who I'm not going to name names, but is related to a former member of the Blackhawks organization, sent Jake that photo over 2 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, Jake sent it to me.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, oh, that's cool. I don't know. Like, I didn't know if it was legit. He didn't know if it was legit. And we sat on it for a year. That was before Reverse Retros were even rumored to come back. We thought it would be a Blackhawks alt.
Oh.
When Reverse Retros were rumored to come back, that's when we kind of revisited it and we're like, well, what if this is just, something? Because it's got similar striping. So his friend's dad wasn't with the organization anymore. So he sent me the picture again and he's like, hey, do you want to send this to Aesthetics, Chris, and just see if you could figure out if it's legit or not? So I did. Chris got back to me after a couple of days and he said, yeah, this is the real thing. Do you want me to post it? So I said, no, just hold on to it for now. And I respect him for doing so. I figured he would. But we had to sit on it for a couple days because we didn't know if we wanted to put it out or if we wanted to wait for another jersey to leak first. This was after Vancouver's Reverse Retro leaked, but before any other one did. We ended up kind of just jumping the gun and doing it before we even talked to his friend and said, Kate, we're going to post it. I went and put it on Twitter before he put it on Instagram, and then we collab posted it on Instagram. Obviously, I sent it to the Discord too. And yeah, everyone kind of picked it up. A lot of people were skeptical because, who's this random Carter Richard dude out of nowhere reporting this jersey from sources that he refuses to cite? But then obviously everyone starts retweeting it. Chris tweets about it. Gabe tweets about it. And it was real. So I'm hoping to pick one of them up just because I think it would be really cool to own the jersey I leaked. Even though it's ugly. I wish I could have leaked a better jersey. But yeah, that's basically it. It's not a super exciting story, but it was very hard having to sit on that jersey, not sending it to everyone for basically a year. Even if it was fake, I didn't want to take that risk and screw my friend over.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was pretty fun. It was a cool experience.
That's the crazy thing to me, that you said you got sent it like a year or two in advance and nothing changed.
Yeah.
Now, do you know if your friend got it sent to you, got it sent to him before Reverse Retro 1 was unveiled?
It was.
Oh, so he got that sent to that before the first Reverse Retro program.
Yeah. It makes me wonder if
Holy
that was,
cow.
Or it was around the same time as it. I don't know the exact
Reverse
date.
Retro 1.
If I remember correctly, I don't think so. I could pull up the picture here because I think it had the simplified Adidas logo on the back and the
it had the orange NHL logo. It had 22 as a number, so
yes, it did.
That's why it being from pre Reverse Retro 1 is kind of amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of wild that it's like I guess almost probably at least 3 years in the making, because I don't think they would have started it.
Oh yeah,
They wouldn't have just slapped something together like that. Like sometimes I do, but they would
Yeah,
have
exactly.
it would have had to go through. I mean, at least several revisions before they had something that they were willing to like put on a template and say, "All right, NHL, do you like this?"
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's especially like the fact that it didn't change at all in those 2 years too. Like for something to stay like that still in a production cycle is, at least to me who isn't familiar with that all that much, is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and then I guess the other question was, what have been some of the stuff afterwards? Like, have you seen some growth from that? Have you seen like people being like, "Hey, do you have anything else to leak?" What's that been like?
Yeah, I still get messages from time to time asking, mainly from people looking for Blackhawks stuff, and I'm like, I'm not even friends with the source anymore. Like, I've got nothing. Unfortunately, it's probably not going to happen again. But I did see some pretty cool growth from Twitter from it. My Twitter's very small. But I gained a bit. I gained a lot more on Instagram too, which was nice.
BPoe and pajamas confirmed.
Ironically, not only pajamas, but also matching Oilers pajamas.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
that's the consistency we love to see.
Not even
Anyway, keep going,
intentional.
Carter.
I just happened to be wearing the pants anyways. My feet are cold and putting
That's
on
great.
socks.
But yeah, there were a lot of cool conversations that came from it, which I really like. I really love the Jersey community and
Not
being
for
able to
free.
talk to people. And oh my,
Oh man,
We are in full chaos territory.
I am sorry,
Anyway,
Carter.
Carter, keep talking. Don't let him stop you.
the other thing that came from it, because now my job, and I'm not going to name the place, but I'm making jerseys for NHL teams now, manufacturing them, and my boss. Like they know my Instagram and my Twitter and stuff. They know I leaked the Blackhawks jersey. I've talked to them before, but we were doing the Bruins Winter Classics before they were unveiled. A whole 2 weeks before they even leaked. So I'm talking to my boss and they show me and they let me try it on, whatever. I'm like, yeah, this is sick. He's like, Carter, don't go leaking this on your Twitter now. I'm like, oh, don't worry, I would never do that.
Yeah, leaking an NHL jersey before it's unveiled. What a heinous thing.
Yeah. So that's the other funny thing about it. And then it did leak, and I was worried they were going to think it was me.
Did they?
They didn't. No, they didn't. They knew it was a store that did it. We joked about it, of course. But yeah, it was pretty funny.
did you ever like hear anything from like the Blackhawks or anyone related to them
No.
about leaking it? Because that's what I've always wondered about those leaks. Is like if the teams try to like pin those people down. Like I don't know. Like I don't think that they can do anything about it. But
I was worried about that, like that I was going to get a cease and desist or something. And my parents were more worried than I was. They're like, "Don't go getting yourself in legal trouble now, Carter." Blah blah blah. They thought it was cool, but they're like, "Are you really going to risk this?" I'm like, "I don't care. I think this is something cool. I'm going to do it." And I did. And a lot of people saw the tweet. But yeah, no, I never heard anything from the NHL or the Blackhawks or Adidas or anything. Hopefully it stays that way.
I mean, they've been announced. I can't imagine that they're going to go back on that now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, this jersey has been worn in a game. Take down your tweet of leaking it months ago. As
You
somebody
criminal,
though,
you.
as somebody like you now, Carter, who's been in the position of like seeing jerseys before they've been unveiled, for me specifically with the PHF, on quite a few occasions, surprisingly, just know, even if I'm not like involved unveiling something, just knowing it's coming. It's definitely different if somebody were to like just send me on Twitter, or like another friend would be like, "Hey, I have this," then like I'm going to take the information I know because of my job and leak it. It's definitely a bit different, in that regard, if I were to leak something myself.
Exactly. I would never leak something from my job. even now, like if I got something similar to the Blackhawks situation now that I'm working for a place that works with the NHL, I don't know if I would do it because I don't want to risk jeopardizing that.
Would you send it to me so I could leak it?
Sure.
But now you
Yeah.
can't do that because you mentioned it on a public podcast. That's
Yeah,
not
so
illegal.
now if Burkus leaks anything, you're suspicious.
Everyone's going to know it's me. And now teams can send me leaks, and now we can blame Carter. So this is actually a great system. This is only wins for me.
Everyone
I
that's
don't think the
listening
teams really
needs to
care who
go-
leaks it. I don't think they want it to be leaked at all.
This is
Yeah.
true. But what if the Chicago Blackhawks want revenge for the 2024 Winter Classic when they play Columbus at the Horseshoe, which I'm manifesting now? So yeah, that was cool. Thank you for sharing that. And yeah, I know you can't share too much, but still, that's cool insider trading that we don't really get. And BPoe's gone again.
He vanished.
Don't worry, I'm just
Fantastic.
fixing technical
He's been kidnapped by the
difficulties again.
Blackhawks.
I'm just adjusting things.
He doesn't want to get leaked on only knees. But a bit too late for that. All right. So
By
my
in post, blur that out. Literally just for the memes, just blur it out. I don't actually care, just blur it out for the memes.
okay, cool. I don't know how to do that in Premiere, but we're gonna figure it out.
Learning
All right.
experience now.
So, by my count, there were 9 jerseys that were unveiled this season for like new jerseys for NHL teams, not including any of the reverse retros. We've got Buffalo's 3rd, Calgary's 3rd, Carolina's 3rd, Edmonton's home and road, San Jose's home and road, and then Boston and Pittsburgh's Winter Classic.
I will say
obviously-
very
go ahead.
quickly that it's technically their Carolina's 25th anniversary jersey.
It's a 3rd jersey. We all know it's
Yeah.
a 3rd jersey.
I'm pretty sure they have it classified as their alternate, or at least NHL Uniforms says such, I believe.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
my guess is that it will be gone after this year.
Yeah, which is sad. But hopefully they bring back their red home, and hopefully they make that their home again. That would be
That
cool.
We can only hope.
Doubt.
They're having a real bad identity crisis.
3 logos, 4 jersey, 5 jerseys with a 6th on the way.
That's what I was going to say. We obviously don't have the Kane Stadium Series yet. We don't have the Capitol Stadium Series. We don't have the All-Star Game yet. Those are probably coming. We'll probably do podcasts on those as they come out. But for now, we've
Has
got
any
those
team-
9 jerseys. Yeah.
Has any team ever like changed their like home jersey or like done what the Canes did? Like imagine next year they make the old alternate, the one that Alex is wearing, the black one, into the alternate again, and bring back the old home. Has any team ever done that for reasons that aren't just public outrage at how bad it is?
I thought that there was a rule about 3-year minimums.
Which is
I
what
think
I
that's
thought
for
too,
all
but
of
like I don't know if that rule has always been around.
The closest
Just
thing I
Trying to
can think
like,
of is
imagine
that
if that actually
San
happened.
Jose. Yeah, the closest thing I can think of is that San Jose discontinued their black alternate for the COVID shortened year that Reverse Retro 1 was around, just because they had, I think it was 4 other jerseys floating around and they didn't want a 5th. But in terms of a primary switch, I don't think I can think of that. So anyway, while we're on Carolina, might as well start with them. So
Yeah.
Carolina unveiled a basically direct throwback to their original home, or I guess at the time original away, that became their original home. It's got the full-on warning flag pattern. It's got silver. I guess that is the main change, that they have actual metallic silver instead of just the color gray. So yeah, what are our thoughts on them bringing this back?
It's a Hurricanes jersey.
It's,
Yeah, I mean,
it's
cool.
the
It's
one
their
that I grew up
25th
watching.
anniversary, so do it. But like, I guess.
I mean, I grew up like watching them in that jersey. Like that's the one that they won the Stanley Cup in 06, and I have a lot of like cool memories with that jersey. But I mean, I don't think it's the jersey. They brought it back. on the Adidas template. That's really the difference. I think that it's fine. I like the jersey, but
I feel
nothing
like it
super
came
special.
at too much of a price in terms of getting rid of their old home jersey. Which, I mean, I'm
Yeah.
pretty certain that's the main reason they did it, it would seem.
Yeah, I think that having been to a lot of Canes games, this jersey, the one that I'm wearing right now, is by far the most popular, like with fans, which I know pains all of you.
It really does.
Very much.
But it is by far the most popular, so that's why I think they made that switch to the home, to this being the home. And then the white away that they have hasn't hit its 3 years yet. So I don't know if that's a rule, like a hard and fast rule. Because that came out I guess this is its third season. It came
No,
out
this is its
2019.
fourth. It came out
its fourth,
2019-20.
1920.
Then it has the COVID season last year. That's 3. This
Okay,
year's
so
4.
this is its fourth
Yeah.
year.
Already been 4 years. Wow.
Yeah, that's
I know,
insane.
right?
I know. You can almost do a throwback to that now.
Wow. Yeah.
Don't manifest it, Burkus.
So now I have that.
I'll try my best not to not retroactively manifest it.
Oh shit, they did it!
Oh God! Wow, who could have seen this coming? Also, Carter, move your microphone back a bit, please. Thank you.
But the red one had been around longer, so I think that was the casualty, which is unfortunate because I like that one the most, which I don't have because I've been hopping around collecting other jerseys from other teams instead of my own team.
Yeah.
Touche. I can't fault you for that.
I do think that I am going to get the Stadium Series jersey, but I think that there is a chance that I will end up with the Reverse Retro as well.
Oh yeah, you've just decided you like it.
I like it not as a Reverse Retro. We've been over this. I think that it's cool on its own outside of the Reverse Retro idea.
All right. And then the only other notable thing about that jersey really is that the fact that they put the anniversary patch on the arms, right below the number. Isn't that where they put it?
Is it below the number or is it above the number?
It's above.
I don't know. You're the Canes fan.
It's above the number.
Yeah.
Also, they changed the logo on the shoulder.
They did?
To be the double. Isn't it the double warning flag? Or
no,
is it still the...
It's the single one.
Okay. I must have imagined that in my brain.
And they don't even have an ad on it, do they? So that's kind of odd.
No,
they do not have an ad. The Carolina Hurricanes are one of the many teams without an ad, and for that I am grateful.
Yes.
Yeah. That
they don't have any jersey ads that I know of.
Which makes the decision to put it on the arm still kind of weird, but...
Yeah,
maybe that's a sign of it coming.
Yeah.
Alex, stop. No.
I don't want it. I'm just saying that they could be thinking ahead. But also, if it's just the 25th anniversary jersey and it's on the arm and it's going to go away after this year, then they don't have one this year yet, and hopefully won't be announcing that they're going to get one halfway through the season.
Yeah,
but they have a helmet ad.
Nah, I don't want to say that's fine, but that's comparatively better.
Yes.
Okay, moving on. We've got Buffalo. They also brought back a throwback jersey from approximately 25 years ago. However, their jersey, in a weird twist of fate, is black and red. It's just that's not their normal color scheme. They brought back the goat head. What are our thoughts on them bringing back the goat head?
It's significantly overhyped. It's not really as good as people think it is. Granted, seeing it on the ice for the first time, I was like, okay. I mean, as a black jersey, this is decent. It's not abhorrent, but the black for black's sake seemingly coming back is just, I don't like it.
I think I'm fine with them bringing it back, I guess. That's I get that, that's the safe option. That's the option people want. But if I were designing it, I think there would be a better opportunity to make a hybrid of it and do like a navy jersey, have the horn thingies be yellow, and then like use the B sword as the logo. But like, if you're gonna bring a throwback jersey back, that's the obvious one to do as their alternate. And it seems like every team and Quebec is doing that now. So, like, I don't blame
You
them
say
for
that
it.
as a
But
joke,
like,
but if Quebec does actually come back, you know it's going to be the Nordiques, unless there's some sort of like licensing issue with the Avalanche or something.
I imagine it will probably be a similar thing to what happened with the Jets, where they come back in name but not in
Yeah.
logo.
Yeah.
That's what I would have to guess. My thoughts on this is that I didn't like the jersey to begin with, so I can't really get behind it coming back. I don't know. I don't love the way I don't like the horn things on the arms. I feel like that's a weird. Like if they got rid of the top part that goes out like this, I think that it would be a much nicer jersey. Like just the cuff striping. But I know that that's sort of just how that jersey is. So, and it was pretty much a direct.
Yeah, that's actually probably my favorite part of it, and having that as the jersey that comes back is that it is a unique striping pattern that I don't think is incredibly overbearing. Like, I think that's what I like try to do in my designs is I try to push the box without breaking the box, and I think that's a good way. That was a good way for them to do it. So, like, but like I said, it's black. The logo I think is kind of mediocre. The color scheme's basic.
I
So,
will
like,
say,
it could definitely be very easily improved, but
the upgrades they made to the logo are great. Like they really did a good job at refining the logo.
We've lost Carter.
Carter is gone.
Uh-oh. We're going to pause for a second. Alex was about to say something, and we're back. Go.
Jump cut. So what I was going to say before we had technical difficulties was that I like the black one more than I like the white reverse retro with the yellow and blue. Especially with the white pants, like all white deal. That's just
except for the helmet.
Yes. It's just that one's just sort of like a nightmare on the ice. I don't really like that, but this I like more. I will say
that was questionable decisions.
See, the striping on the original is pretty solid because there's a nice contrast between the black and the white and the white and the red and the red and the gray. And you don't get the same exact type of thing on the reverse retro since it's only the blue and the yellow. But ultimately, like jersey on its own, if we're not talking about the rest of the uniform, I'd take the reverse retro just because I like the color scheme better of the blue and the gold. But ultimately, like, you know, again, it's a black jersey, so for me, it's kind of a, you know, it has a bar to climb to even be good for me. And it doesn't quite do that, but it's not nearly as bad as some other ones, like the Carolina home jersey. Alex.
Hey now. Hey now.
Hey now. Hey
one opinion that you're never going to live down amongst the Jersey nerds, but I applaud you for consistently sticking to it.
I will. It's a hill that I will die on. It's one of the, you know.
I feel like at this point, even if you do start to change your mind, you're just out of principle not going to agree with it. You're just not going to change your mind.
Speaking of hills that people refuse to die on, the Edmonton Oilers and changing their jerseys constantly, which I guess is just kind of the opposite. They are constantly picking new hills to die on. But they seem to return to this hill quite frequently. Edmonton brought back the jersey that BPoe is wearing and its friend as their... they brought them back as their new home and road, and by new we mean old, but old is back into new. So I personally love this move because I very much did not like their old jerseys. I know there are some people on this podcast who have I don't know if it's the opposite opinion, but a different opinion. But yeah, it's a return to what they should be, honestly. This is the correct thing. Like I don't want to say objectively correct, but the objectively correct thing for the Oilers to do. And just introduce an orange alternate, and you're good. You're golden. But they can't seem to keep it together. They want to change. They want to be new and fancy. And instead, they're just bad with two good players.
Yeah.
I like the set, but I don't know why they kept the alternate they kept. They had a much better option in the, I guess, do they call it the Orange Crest jersey still?
That's the name I keep hearing, but yeah.
The orange alternate is so much better than whatever this navy nonsense is. And I'm so glad we swept them in the playoffs when they decided to wear it as their home jersey, because I did not want to see it for any longer.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like the Oilers could take the jersey that they had last year, the orange one, and just like update the shades of color to match and have it like a two home jerseys at the same time if they really wanted to. But granted,
Now-
I mean, as much
Yes.
as I liked the Oilers' previous road jersey and the way the orange popped, and as much as I liked them in orange just to kind of stand out from the crowd of blue jerseys in the league, these ones are better. Like, I can't deny that. I can't. Just make up your damn mind, guys. Like, stick with this one now. This is your third time. Just stick with them now.
I think that they, alongside the Buffalo Sabres, made the right decision to go from navy to royal. That
Yes.
royal blue is like, I don't know, some teams navy works for, but like the royal blue just looks so much nicer. It pops better on the ice. And
Yeah.
I think that like the contrast that it brings is just like a whole lot cleaner than what they had with navy.
Every time a navy jersey is switched to royal, the NHL gets better design-wise because royal looks better on the ice than navy, but also all of the teams that stay navy, like the Jets and the Blue Jackets, look better because there are less navy teams, and so they stand out more. So this is a win, like, for every team. And by every team, I mean the Jets, the Blue Jackets.
The Canucks.
Nah, they're royal blue.
They have
I guess this jersey's navy.
Yeah, that jersey's navy.
That one doesn't exist anymore, though.
That is true.
Washington has a navy alternate. There are actually a lot less navy teams than I thought there were, now that I think about it.
Washington should not have the jerseys that they have now anyways. They should.
Yeah, they need to be on this list next year. Carter,
Yep.
try to get onto that and get them to change.
I'll bully them into doing it.
Work your
Good.
way up.
Yes, they deserve it.
I feel like the navy is less
Um,
offensive whenever it's not the primary color of the jersey anyways, and it's just the secondary, like it was for the Oilers.
Yeah.
Again, aside from
That is also very
That's
true.
true.
the
All right.
alternate with for other reasons does not need to exist. But especially
Yeah.
now.
Yes, it does not. And then we also, I guess, the most recent throwback to be thrown back to, but this time with cool flames on the arms. It is Calgary's third. That was their reverse retro until it was their third. Blasty is back. The horse that is not a dragon. How are we feeling about
Sorry,
this?
Mads.
It's fine. It's overrated. It's not bad, but it's
It's
overrated
bad.
in my opinion.
Look, like
BPoe thinks it's bad.
it is bad. If they just like extended the yellow or just had more red down at the bottom, it would be good because there'd be a lot of color. But like there's not a lot of color. The stripes don't really contrast too well. Like that's the problem here with it. And I like frankly, even with Calgary's, updated brand, their, new old home and road jerseys without the black on it, I don't mind them having a black alternate. It's just not this one. That being said, the flames in the arms are pretty cool as a subtle detail.
Yeah. The issue I have And it's the issue I had when it was the reverse retro too. Same as the Rangers original reverse retro. Is it's not a reverse retro. You just ruined the striping and called it a day. Like, why? It looks better with more color. I still don't hate it, but like,
See, I was
They
saying
could
that
have put
about like
the
putting
red
the
all the
red
way
at the
down.
bottom, and then I kind of forgot that that's exactly what it was before.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
Which I don't see
Which
why they
is
couldn't have
infinitely better.
unreversed that when they brought back
Yeah,
as a retro.
that's what the Penguins
Even
did.
though their current retros are their homes, so weird.
It's what
I
the
think,
Penguins did. They had the reverse retro with the diagonal, and then they said, "Hey, we're gonna unreverse it," and made it their alternate last year.
Yeah, there are probably several teams that should do that haven't.
I might get some hate for this.
Oh God,
I have a spicy take.
oh boy.
And okay, I'm gonna qualify this. Okay, Blasty as a logo is not bad. I don't know if that's an unpopular opinion, but I like the Blasty logo, the horse. I think that it
It's
fits
definitely
well.
not an unpopular opinion amongst the general population. I can't disagree with it
I think it's a
myself.
good logo. I don't think it's a good NHL logo. Like if this was our AHL or ECHL team, I think it would work a lot better.
That's fair. I can see that. But I like the Blasty logo on its own. I think this jersey kind of like bordering on hot garbage. I think that it needs more color. It's just too black. It does the same thing that the Rangers like Liberty jersey did with the little tiny stripes, and I don't like that. But I think that the Blasty logo on its own is fine. It's a good modern looking logo, and I think that the C logo that they have needs the C logo is classic. It's very like nice and it fits well with their current scheme, but I would like to see them take the C and modernize it for an alternate. Like, you know, that C logo that's on there that was sort of, I guess, leaked. We were talking about it the other day in the Discord.
Oh yeah,
That's got like
from
it's just
2013.
it's just a little bit cleaner. I think that if they took that, put it on a jersey, maybe even like this black one, and pulled the yellow all the way down or pulled the red all the way down, I feel like that would be a cool jersey for a third.
You know what I think would be a cool alternate for the Flames? Red and yellow only. No white, no black.
Like,
Just go full Ronald McDonald.
Yeah, that was the 2011 Heritage Classic, wasn't it?
Yeah, but like do it with like a modern design and template and striping.
That would be.
I agree.
Take the Oilers alternate and make it red and yellow. Ironically, that would.
But also make it good. That's the thing you have to do there as well.
Take
I don't mind Blasty. I don't mind Blasty as a logo, like on an alternate. It should never be the primary logo, and I know that's not your opinion either. So I think it works fine as an alternate. The only knock I have on it is that I used to think it was a light bulb, and I still kind of see it. Like, I still see the shape that it looks like a light bulb with flames coming out of it.
I see that, but like
Yeah,
they have
I'm not
the
gonna
Stampede already, so it fits in with that theme, a sort of Western theme, which I like.
Mm-hmm.
The problem with this jersey is not Blasty itself. Far from it.
It's just Blasty's the best part of this jersey. The rest of the jersey sucks.
Look how they massacred my boy.
Honestly, I think the best part of the jersey is the white C on the shoulder. Until it was unveiled with that first reverse retro, I didn't realize how good that was going to look. And now they have
the white C is
on the
sick.
chest of the current
C
one, which I'm glad about.
Yeah, and all of my concepts I tried to stick with. Yeah, and all of my concepts predicting it, I tried to stick with a red C on black. The white C looks so good. Like, I have it. It's such a pretty thing. Such a pretty boy.
I didn't realize you actually got that jersey. There it is.
I didn't know you had it.
Yeah, that actually, we can go into this fun story now. So I got that for free, I think. So
you think?
My dad and I had a miscommunication. I thought he was telling me to order a jersey for myself for Christmas. He was actually telling me that he already ordered a jersey for me for Christmas. So I ordered that, went, oh crap, canceled the order, got a refund, and it still came anyway. So I think it's free. Unless they like double charged me and I didn't, and I only got the refund for the original charge. I don't know. But jersey, look at it.
It's pretty. I like it.
Successfully.
Yes. Yeah.
Now,
and
is the
it is-
stitching weird on that one with the?
yeah, the stitching is the
Okay.
weird halfway thing.
Granted, you
let's
really
see if I
can't
can-
notice
I can
it
set it up,
unless
make it look-
you're right up to it. So
Yeah. Did that come out at all on video? I feel like
No.
it's sublimated up until. Okay.
oh, that does,
Nope.
yeah.
But yeah, so that's a fun thing that happened to me. And that is the other of 2 reverse retros I got that were new. And now onto the teams that actually did something that's actually probably worth talking about. We've got the San Jose Sharks, who actually did something innovative. And instead of throwing back to an old jersey, they made a new one, which is fun. So they revealed an all teal. They're going all in on teal, which they should have done from the beginning, to be honest. And they kind of have, but now they're really going all in.
I think this jersey is very sexy,
I
is
agree.
so
I
sexy.
agree.
especially
Smash.
with the pants.
It is a sexy, sexy boy.
Smash.
Don't say that, but yes.
So yeah, this is how you do a throwback. You do the striping from the original, but make it actually good and way better, and use a good logo and add fun texturing and whatnot.
The
I
texturing in
disagree
the
that the
stripes is
striping
sick.
on this one is better than their original jerseys, but it's still good. I do have a problem with the road in that I don't think there's enough contrast between the teal and the black. It works a little bit better
That's
on the
fair,
home
yeah.
jersey just because there's so much teal that like it's not like it gets lost in the black.
It's a white and black stripe on teal instead of a teal and black stripe on white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 2
Yeah.
stripes are the highest contrast you can get, so it works a lot better. I will say that the home is significantly better than the road. And if I am going to get a second Sharks jersey, it would almost certainly be this home jersey. Because, God, it is beautiful.
Like,
the wave
honestly,
striping, I
they-
think,
they
is
could-
fun.
They could easily Velcro stripe these jerseys and just go with the ones from the home. Just black, white, teal.
Yeah, I think that would work.
Yeah.
I can see that. I also think that they could. The only change that I might make, and I don't know if this is something that, or I don't even know if I would make this. I just want to see what it would look like. Is instead of like if they did instead of taking just the stripe on the away jersey, if they took the teal and go to the bottom, like if they did the cuff.
Yeah.
Oh, like Velcro.
I think that would look good.
Full on bottom half Velcro.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then also the hem, make the hem teal. I think that would be an interesting look, especially if they're keeping those teal pants for both. Are they wearing teal pants with both?
Yes, they are wearing
Yeah.
teal pants with both.
Okay.
They wear
That's
teal
what I
pants
thought.
on the away, which looks very, very good.
Maybe I'll mock that up and very quickly and just like be like, here, this is what it would look like, because I think that would be a fun little change. But I don't know. We'll have to see.
At least
I love the
just seeing
shoulder
the
patch.
NHL uniforms mock up too. Like I feel like the road jersey could very well use to switch the teal and the black on the numbers. I think the
Oh, I
teal
forgot
doesn't
about that.
provide
I was gonna
enough
mention that.
contrast.
Yes.
It's too much black. I think.
Yeah, especially with how teal heavy the rest of the uniform is with all the equipment and whatnot.
Yeah, the black numbers are weird.
Yeah,
The font
I
is
could-
sick.
I do think the font is sick. That is.
Oh yeah, that's true too.
It kind of reminds me of the Fisherman font.
A little bit. It kind of reminds me of.
Yeah.
It's like a rounded version of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers old font.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, that is a really good font. Good job, San Jose. Oh,
Yeah,
and also they brought back the fins on the shoulders too. I
Yes.
thought they
Yeah.
had the list. That is the other change. I would probably use the logo that they unveiled and then pretty much never used as the crest. Now I think it was on their old home shoulder patch, if I'm remembering correctly. God, my pronunciation went out the window there.
It was a very weird saga with that logo and that like set of logos
Yeah.
that they didn't but did use.
Yeah. I wonder
also-
if their original plan was to do this redesign, but earlier and with that logo, and then they just for some reason got screwed up with it, and then for some reason also decided to not change the logo. That's just random speculation
Honestly,
on my part, and actually
looking
now that I
at,
say it
like-
out loud doesn't make that much sense.
Honestly, I don't. Maybe it does because looking at what year that those logos were unveiled, it was 2016-17. So I wouldn't 100% be surprised if they were kind of planning on something, and then they made their cup run and went, "Oh, we don't want to change out of this.
Yeah,
We just made the finals in these. We don't want to change these." And then the Penguins
It's
said, "Hey,
the-
we won, and we're going to change," and then we win again.
yeah, it's the LA Kings / Washington Capitals syndrome, where you win in a very bad jersey, and now it
Yeah.
has to be your jersey full time forever.
Granted, that's just speculation,
Hurricanes got
isn't it?
past that, and
That
then
they do that.
got worse. So
Isn't that just speculation on our part that those teams aren't changing just because of that reason?
Yes.
I mean, yes, but also like, come on, you're not going to change out of a jersey you won a cup in, right?
Yeah, people are very superstitious with hockey, especially.
Yeah.
So
Like,
I
look at the
wouldn't
Maple
be
Leafs. They won the cup in '67, switched their jerseys the next year, and haven't won for 55+ years now.
Counterpoint: the Penguins won in 2016, switched their jerseys immediately, and won again, or at least one of the jerseys immediately. Kind of.
Yeah, that's the thing. They only switched.
They had the
jerseys.
one.
Counterpoint,
They didn't wear
Leafs
it
to
winning the
Leaf.
cup. They switched the road jersey, and they made that the home.
Yeah, but the risk you have there is that you end up living in Pittsburgh. Which,
Better than Ohio.
I'm kidding. Pittsburgh's a great city. I love the city of Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
But I don't even know why I made that joke. I live in Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah, I was gonna say you live in
At least
Ohio.
it's
you're
not
one to talk.
Winnipeg.
We've got Columbus, and then we have all small cities here.
I say that I win, and
Yes. I was going to say that, but I realized that you guys might not be comfortable with it, so whatever.
I don't really care that much.
Okay. Alex lives in Savannah, then.
Yes,
There you
you
go.
can.
I
Ghost
didn't
Pirates.
even know that.
What? You didn't know that?
Honestly, I didn't
No.
know that.
How did you miss that? I moved.
Am I the only one who actually keeps track of y'all's
I
lives?
kind of forgot about that.
I have a spreadsheet and
Burkus-
everything.
Burkus is
Just kidding, I
stalking
don't
us.
actually have a spreadsheet. I have way too many spreadsheets, and that's not one of them, though.
Speaking of spreadsheets,
Hey Burkus, if you know him that well, what's his address?
Uh,
I won't tell you that.
What's his credit card info?
3168 South Oakland Street, Savannah,
Wrong.
Georgia.
Wrong.
Okay.
I actually don't.
I wonder if
technically
that
live in
actually
Savannah. I live
exists.
outside of it, but
That'd be
I
wild.
don't know.
If you listen to the podcast and you live in 3168 South Oakland Street, Savannah, Georgia,
We're coming for you.
join our Discord. Follow us on Twitter at @the_Jersey Nerds. Look at that.
I think he lives at a 42 Wallaby Way,
there you go.
308 Negro
No,
Road.
but
Of course.
I just watched that the other day.
Like the whole series.
Anyways,
Actually, he lives in an anarcho-syndicist commune. We take turns being a sort of an executive officer of the week.
Wait,
But the
did you mean
decisions
Breaking
of that
Bad or
officer are
Finding
ratified in
Nemo?
a special bi-weekly meeting by a simple majority in the case of internal affairs or the external or that.
2/3 majority in external affairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I,
Anyways,
I memorized that
Wait.
for my D&D character as a bit.
Alex,
still
did you mean
screwed
that you
it up.
watched Breaking Bad the other day or Finding Nemo?
Breaking Bad.
Oh, okay. I want to see a crossover.
I watched-
now that you bring that up.
I watched the first. That would be really funny.
Honestly, shout out to Finding Nemo. And speaking of Finding Nemo, that takes place in the ocean where sharks are. Look at that, where we've come
Hey.
full circle.
And now it's time to talk about this year's first outdoor game.
Wow, look at that. Alex gunning for my job with the transitions.
Yeah.
Boston and Pittsburgh both unveiled their Winter Classic jerseys on Black Friday. Only one of them is black, so I feel lied to. Um,
Imagine if they both were. What a game that
that
would
would
be.
be so
That would
bad.
be that would be a
One
game
has
for
a
the
giant,
ages.
one
It's like
giant
the
black
opposite of that
bee.
one Kraft Hockeyville game that was white on white. I forget who it was or when it was. But yeah.
Oh yeah.
I vote that they both wear black with the same stripes, and the only difference is one has a giant black bee and the other one has a giant black pea or giant yellow pea. Like yellow bee and yellow pea, and then that's the only differences. And they're in the same font, just with the bottom half of the pea like chopped off, so it looks slightly different than the bee. And then they have to know their teammates.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. Challenge mode hockey.
I see no downsides to this.
It's
whatsoever.
It's like in youth hockey practice where you split up into teams for like a scrimmage.
Exactly.
But
Oh my God, I
everybody's wearing
hated that
different
so much.
jerseys.
When you're just playing like pickup soccer and you have no idea who is on your team. The reason I picked soccer for that is because I've done that the past 2 nights. And as a goalie, it's important to know who's on your team so you know how ready to be for a shot against. My knee is really sore. Anyways, we should probably actually talk about the actual jerseys. Which one do we want to start with? Do we feel strongly either way about either of them?
No.
I feel very strongly about both of them and that they're both fantastic. The Winter Classic.
Oh,
I agree. I
Ooh.
love both of them.
Okay. Love both of them. This is interesting because I am not in that boat. I love one
Me
of them
neither.
specifically.
Yep.
Okay, Carter,
Great.
this is going to be a
Real
magical
quick.
moment. We're going to say the same one.
Is the font on the back of Boston's jerseys as thin as NHL uniforms makes it look?
Yes, I can confirm because I've been
Huh.
making them. They're very
That
long.
is interesting.
Wow, we have an insider here. That's really nice to have definitive answers on a speculative topic about jerseys that haven't been worn yet. We
I
should
can
do this more
also
often.
confirm that pressing felt smells horrible. Like it reeks.
That also checks out. Okay, so anyway, Carter, this is going to be a magical moment. We're going to both say the jerseys we like better on the count of 3.
I'll count you
3,
down.
Okay.
2.
3, 2, 1.
Boston.
Pittsburgh. God damn it.
Oh.
Shout out to Carter at the soundboard. But no, yeah, Pittsburgh's. I guess we can start there. So good. I love Pittsburgh so much. It is very nice. Very nice. Great success.
Very nice.
The only problem that I have with it,
just
I think, is the yellow helmet. It's not what I would have done, but I also don't immediately go to, oh, this is going to be horrible. I want to see a better. I want to see it the only time we've really seen it is that video with the glitch effects and the terrible lighting. So I don't really have a gauge on how it's actually going to really look yet. It's either going to be really bad or it's going to add to the vintage aesthetic, even though they didn't wear helmets at the time. But it's going to be one of the two. Hopefully it's the second one.
What's a blonde Pittsburgh? I guess Pirates is too old. What's a blonde Pittsburgh Penguins player from before they wore helmets? Do you know this, BPoe? You would be the best chance.
No, before they wore helmets, no. I am 24 years old. I didn't exist whenever helmets weren't worn. Was Craig McTavish still in the
but
league
yeah,
when I was born?
I've said for a while
that he retired.
That especially on their white jerseys, Pittsburgh should reduce the yellow a bit. And this does that. It also uses vintage white, which I'm a massive sucker for. And it uses vintage white and yellow together in a jersey that actually looks good with it like that. And that's the first time I think I can ever say that about a jersey. So props to you, Pittsburgh. You made a absolutely amazing jersey. I like it a lot.
Didn't
it looks
Boston 2011 winter? Was it 11, 12 Winter Classic have?
Yeah, but I don't think that looks good having vintage white and yellow together like that. I'm not a massive fan of that jersey.
Fair enough.
Which
Yeah,
Others
looking
are
at it,
upset
I
by
mean,
this.
I
it
am
would have been
very
better in white, but I don't think it is bad in vintage white either. It's 2010 Winter Classic.
10.
Yes, not
Yes.
11.
But yeah, I just really like it. I've wanted a Pittsburgh Pirates throwback for a while, and
too.
This is about as well as I can expect. Again,
There were,
one
like,
change
so
I make
many
would probably make a black helmet instead of yellow. But
There were like so many rumors about like, oh, the Penguins are going to be bringing back like the original 1967 ones, and they're going to be doing this like diagonal thing, and then they just unveil the logo and it's the Pirates, and I'm like, yes,
And there was so much talk about them using blue.
yeah, which
As well.
Yeah.
as much as I would love
don't
to see
like
those
Penguins
come
in
back,
blue.
as much as I would love to see,
I think
those
that
come
should be
back
their
for
alternate.
something
I
like
think
a
their
Winter
2008
Classic.
Winter Classics should be their alternate.
What were you saying,
Yeah.
BPoe?
As much as I would love to see like those original like 1967 jerseys come back for like a game or two, like I definitely like this a lot better. I like this route. Something that hasn't been seen since, 1920. And even then, I don't think it's a direct throwback. It's just kind of a mishmash of a couple of...
Yeah, the original was yellow, right?
Yep.
My internet's not loading very well, but it's something like that.
Yeah, the original was yellow.
Yeah,
Is it like a
according to NHL
direct
uniforms.
throwback with color swaps? Or is it like...
So there's a couple differences.
Weird for some reason. Or
The
NHL
Pirates
uniforms.
had
Is it
what I
possible?
assume is some sort of seal for the city of Pittsburgh on the arms.
Oh, he's back.
Whoop. I turned off my
Cool.
ad blocker and it did weird things to the Zencaster for some reason. Okay, yeah. Are we still good to keep going here? Everything's good.
Yeah, so the original
Okay,
had
yeah,
Pirates
it
over the
is.
P
Yeah, I see it here now.
and had the city. I would assume it's some sort of city crest on the sleeves. But I mean, beyond that, it's a pretty faithful recreation, and I think it looks damn good.
Honestly,
I
though, looking at it, I don't
disagree.
know how I didn't catch this before. I wish the chest stripe went all the way around.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
But like, it's, I don't think it's the end of the world.
No, it's fine.
It's good.
I hate this jersey with a passion. It makes me irate. I don't
Why?
like it.
Does it
Because
just
they
give
took the P away
burning
from you.
felt
You're just irate now.
PTSD?
You're not pirate.
I can't even really I'm gonna try to explain it. I like the original Pirates jersey, which makes this even weirder. I wish there was more yellow somewhere. Either in the arm stripes.
Consider. I had an intrusive thought. Change the cream to yellow and the yellow to cream. I have no idea how that would
mind
look.
that.
I have no idea.
Or even
And you get color on color, and it would be great. Anyway,
Yeah.
I
continue.
would like the color. on
I-
color. Honestly, though, at that point, just get rid of the cream and just have a more faithful throwback.
I'm
Sorry,
a big
Carter, I
fan
interrupted
of off-white typically too, or vintage white, whatever you want to call it. But this one got unveiled, and I was upset. And the only thing I like is the cool stitching in the logo. And I think it's in the numbers too. The stitching's sick, and that goes both ways.
Yeah.
But obviously we'll get to the Boston one. Yeah, no, this I'm going to say it, and I haven't even said it in the Discord yet out of fear. This is a bottom 3 jersey of all time for me. I don't
All
like it.
time. Wow.
All time. What are the other two?
Thank you for listening to the Jersey Nerds podcast.
I'm never going to be on here again. I'm killing myself.
Yeah, no, you're not. Explain yourself.
Wow.
It just doesn't work for me. The stripe not going all the way around. I don't like how the yellow is just in the logo. I think it's very odd. Yeah.
Did you listen
I am a,
and or watch that episode we did where we drafted all-star uniforms and see how bad they worked?
I did, I think. But yeah, we were
Aren't
talking
you
about
seeing
this.
the jersey that Alex is wearing?
Hey, we've been over this. You don't have to bring it up every 30 seconds.
Yes, we do.
We were actually talking about this jersey last night, me and my buddy Puck Empire, and there's probably 10 of us in a group chat talking about it. And the consensus was we all hate this jersey, this Penguins jersey. A lot of people like it. I respect it. No, I don't. But
the chest stripe thing, like I said, I kind of agree with that. To the point of like the yellow only being in the logo and the numbers, I think there's kind of you have to grade jerseys on different scales for like let's say this was their current alternate versus this being a Winter Classic jersey, because some elements like that to me just kind of give it that vintage vibe. Like, to me, it almost reminds me of the St. Louis Eagles, I think it is. Those jerseys where it's just blue striping and then the logo and numbers are red. And that's like the only red, aside from a soft stripe, apparently. Which, like, it just kind of gives me that kind of vibe of, like, it being, vintage, which is exactly what a Winter Classic is supposed to do. Like, so many things that Winter Classic jerseys do would absolutely never vibe on, like, a full-time thing. Like, Minnesota's last year with the elbow patches, like those were great. Don't bring them back ever, like full time. Like if you're gonna bring back the jersey, get rid of the elbow patches, like that kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
Yeah, it's vintage. I don't like it. It just doesn't work for me, which sucks. I want to like it so bad. Ever since I started making concepts, I've always wanted Pittsburgh to do a Pirates throwback, and then they did, and careful what you wish for, Carter, because you're not happy. Yeah. I don't know.
The Penguins are in another Winter Classic in like 2 or 3 years. I'd love to see them throw back to one of the
like that you said when.
Jerseys. I mean, with how many outdoor games they've had, I kind of wonder if,
I want to see.
Granted,
next time they do reverse
a couple of years
retros,
from now, Crosby, Malkin, Letang may or may not be retired, and the Penguins might be a poverty franchise again. So
they will be a poverty
until they land like Connor Bedard 2 or whoever. I want
What's his name? His name's just going to be Connor Bedard 2.
Bedard 2.
I would have made a Connor Bedard joke if they haven't been doing good again. And if they were still in that like rut of just doing terrible like they were earlier in the season.
Yeah. Alex, do you still have to give your thoughts on this, or are we good to move to Boston?
I think that my thoughts on this have been summed up in what you have already said. I like it. I think that it is a very nice jersey. I have opposite opinions from you on Boston, so I'd rather talk about that.
Okay. I want Carter to start on Boston.
One more thing with the Penguins first. The script that's on the helmet and the pants is gorgeous.
Yes.
I like that.
Very good.
I do like that.
It almost makes me wish that it was on top of the P, even though I think that would clutter things a bit. It's so good. Like, I'm absolutely getting a shirt or a hat or something with that on it.
Okay. I want Carter to start on to Boston, because I have a question for you at the end.
I love this Boston jersey. And, having seen it in person and working with it, it looks nice. I do wish there was a bit more of that vintage white somewhere in the striping, just because, again, it's kind of weird that it's just on the text and the numbers.
That was going to be my question.
I do wish there was more of that. Not even necessarily the brown that's in the logo, but there needs to be either brown or vintage white somewhere in the striping, and then it would be a perfect jersey for me. But I do love this. I love the pants. It works for me.
I agree that it works. I really like this jersey, and I'm going to say this, and I know that we've talked about this before in like the Discord, but I don't see the problem with having the cream or the off-white, whatever you want to call it, lettering above the logo. I think that it's a nice little sort of retro throwback touch. where not everything is perfect. It's not totally put together. It adds a little bit of character to the jersey. I like the shoulder stripes, how they come down further on the arm, sort of like how Minnesota's did, I believe, last year.
I think Dallas was the first team to do that in the 2020 Winter Classic, and then
I really liked
also
it.
used it on the reverse retros this year.
Yeah, I kind of I don't know if I like the tied collar, like the laced collar. I kind of wish they had gone with the regular reverse retro collar. But I think that it's fine the way that it is.
I do,
but I like this
collars
jersey
on both of them. I wish they did do the like kind of knit collar look instead.
Yeah.
But yeah, apparently Burkus is in the minority on this podcast because I also love this jersey, and some of those things like the cream, the vintage white only being in the logo and the numbers, again, to me just adds to the vintage aesthetic of the jersey that it's supposed to have.
Burkus, explain yourself.
Do any of you guys have pick a good picture of the pants logo? Like, is it their old logo?
It is their it's the retro Bruins logo.
It's their 80s B.
Right. Yeah. No, wait, I thought it was the curvy one. Isn't it the curvy one?
It's not the curvy one. It's like the old block one
when I
from
saw that
Bobby Orr era.
Okay.
This is a picture.
It's according to NHL uniforms.
Okay.
It is the curvy.
It is the curvy B.
I saw
NHL uniforms lied to me.
This is from Sports Logos, so if you're
that's an actual picture. So
NHL uniforms is wrong. I mean, it's such a small photo, but still,
it is in fact the curvy B.
Okay.
Things
I like about this jersey.
Right. Okay.
Things I like about this jersey. Number one, the logo. I think that logo treatment is really good. I like the meth bear with the curved text over it. I think that looks nice. That concludes the list of things I like.
Oh my god.
Thank you, Carter.
Beautiful.
I don't like I don't even know where to start, really. I think the black background, I would have used brown instead. Probably. Just because
I can agree with that.
Logo is all. I think a brown and tan version of this would have looked really sick. Replace the black with brown and the yellow with tan. That would have looked so good. But no.
I disagree with that.
I can agree that I'd like to see the black change to brown and nothing else, but I also don't think that being black makes it bad in this case. Instead of brown.
Personally, I am anti-brown. That's out of context. I'm anti-brown on these jerseys. God.
Talking about
what have I done?
So bad.
That is gonna get clipped somewhere. You're lucky we only have 12 listeners.
This has absolutely been a problem in the podcast, in the past 2 years that we've done it. Holy shit, it's been almost 3 years since the Jersey Nerds podcast has come back. My God.
What?
It's been
terrible out of context quotes?
No, since we revamped Jersey Nerds into what it is now, it's been almost 3 years.
What's been the problem?
Well, what's been the problem?
Oh, these out of context quotes with black jerseys. That's been a problem.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Especially with me holding the opinion that I do.
The striping just looks uninspired to me. What is this based on? It's boring as fuck.
Okay.
It's just two stripes. It looks like a beer league jersey. It looks like they got a beer league jersey from Piranhas and slapped a good logo on it, and that's it.
I want you to stop for a second, and I want you to take this one, this Bruins one, and I want you to look at it next to the Pittsburgh logo and tell me that the striping aren't almost identical.
The striping?
They're very similar.
No! The striping is on the Pittsburgh one. It's basically the Canadians jersey striping.
I mean, yes and no. It's kind
this
of
one
a
looks like
similar
pattern.
On the sleeves, it's stripe, cuff.
The proportions are very different.
But it's spaced so that it has different widths. This
the
jersey
proportions
they
are
divide
very
it into
different.
what? Fourths? They basically have 4 stripes that just go black, yellow, black, and then have the yellow fill. The Pittsburgh one, it's like thin black, big white space, thin black, big white space, black cuff. Like, it's technically the same layout, but the differing thicknesses make it interesting, make it good. This one, like I said, it just looks like a default jersey you would buy off Pirani's, or insert local version of Pirani's here. It's like just at like a hockey store, like, crap, I need jerseys. It's like, aha, I'm going to screen press a logo on it, screen press white numbers on the back, and just call it a day. And it just doesn't look good, in my opinion. Like,
I disagree with you, but okay.
the only thing I like is that they brought back yellow socks. I think that's fun. That's about
I'm
it.
a big fan of yellow socks.
The yellow socks are also nice.
So I guess there are 2 things on this list that I like, and that is the logo and the socks. But none of that is the actual design of the jersey. It's just the logo and the color of socks. Beyond that, it bores me to death. I wish that they would have done something more interesting. I feel like they do have... Well, they've actually kind of run out of interesting jerseys. They've been in enough Winter Classics. But, like...
Yeah, they need to stop being in the Winter Classic. NHL, please.
Stop
putting Pittsburgh and Boston and Toronto Winter Classics.
I Canucks. I Blue Jackets want one. Please.
I want one. We got the Stadium Series, but I want a Winter Classic.
You got an outdoor game at least. Carter, you're Canadian.
As much as I don't mind my team being in the Winter Classic because, my team is in the Winter Classic, the Penguins have had a lot of them. Well, actually,
I think...
I was going to say they actually haven't had that many, but, they still have. Even if you just do Winter Classics and not outdoor games in general, they've still been in 3. And then 3 stadiums.
I'm trying to think of all the teams that have yet to have Winter Classics.
I know the list of ones that haven't had an outdoor game at all. The outdoor game at all list is Florida, Columbus, Arizona, Seattle, Vegas.
I would love to see a Seattle Vegas Winter Classic or a Seattle Vegas Stadium Series. That would be so sick.
Stadium Series would be sick between those 2.
Put it in Allegiant now what you got to do, Vegas, Arizona Stadium Series and Allegiant in Vegas, and then Vegas, Seattle Winter Classic in the Seahawks.
Yeah.
Or Vancouver, Seattle Winter Classic.
I was going to say Vancouver, Seattle is going to happen, I think.
Or San Jose, Seattle. Not one less so.
I think Vancouver, Seattle would be better. I like that idea.
I don't think Vancouver, Seattle would be a Winter Classic, though. I think they'd call that the Heritage Classic like they did for Toronto, Buffalo.
Even if it was played in Seattle?
If it was played in Seattle, no, never mind.
Give me Vancouver, Seattle, and Vegas, San Jose for 2 outdoor games. I think that would be I think those would be good.
And who do you compare Arizona against?
Winnipeg.
I kind of miss the Arizona part, honestly.
Arizona, Florida
game,
Arizona, Florida.
They're gonna need one when they're in Houston.
Is the ability to exist as a franchise. So yeah, that's why I don't like Boston. It's because it reminds me of a Pirani's jersey, and that's the only thing I can see, and I can't see any reason for any of the design really.
So
do we have
another random thought? I just mocked up the Bruins jersey with
you are fast.
20
speed is
with the 2016 crest on it from the 2016 Winter Classic, and while I don't know if I prefer it, it also looks very good.
Is there any way for us to see that right now, or will I have to wait?
I'm going to send it in.
Send it into private Discord, and then we can. I'll DM it to Carter.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Carter's not in the private one.
Yeah. Interesting. I don't know if I prefer it. Okay, but if you're going to do that, then change the numbers
in the
lettering to yellow.
That's a good point. Again, I just did this in about 5 seconds, so.
Oh no, I'm not saying that you need to change it, but I like the way it looks, but I would prefer the off-white to be yellow at that point.
Counterpoint numbers thing. The 2016 jersey also had vintage white numbers.
And I also didn't like that. I would like that better with yellow numbers or vintage white striping. or brown base. All of what I said still applies.
That
one at least had striping that was based on something, though, with their inaugural jerseys. But
I never really thought about it, but that 2016 Winter Classic jersey that Boston has looks very similar to this one. And that kind of makes me like this one a little less now. I totally forgot about the 2016 one. I still like this one, so don't get any ideas. But
I want to see the Boston Bruins in a stadium series.
Make them do something interesting.
They could do something really fun with like some claws and whatnot. Bring back like Utah Grizzly style shit.
Do a diagonal like torn stripe across the chest.
Yeah.
We're gonna say this, and if they ever get a stadium series, they'll just do like a black Pooh Bear.
No, you know what they're gonna do? It's gonna be like the LA Kings, where it's like just a color block fill.
Yeah.
In black and yellow, it's gonna be gross.
However, those 2015 Stadium Series jerseys that were just that San Jose and LA did, I really like those, especially San Jose.
I agree.
But that's a topic for another time.
You know what the Bruins should do if they do a Stadium Series? They should do like black and yellow with no white, and just like have the logo be black and yellow, and do like one large diagonal thick stripe on the arms and nothing on the hem, and then make a giant helmet logo. The joke I just described the Penguins 2019 one. Ha funny.
Oh, I get it. It's just a description of the Penguins 2019 one. Funny.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, thank you.
I did get it. Are you proud of me, Dad?
No.
Yes, son.
Oh.
It's canon now. Burkus is my son.
I thought that was just assumed.
BPoe, Burkus both begin with B. I mean, what other evidence do you need? We both live in Midwestern cities.
Time to go on to Ancestry, Burkus.
Question: are you a quarter Japanese?
I don't think so.
Then
I also don't know.
Well, actually, my actual dad isn't any Japanese. That is all from my mom. So you could still be my dad.
Plot twist of the century.
Should that be the title of the episode? You could still be my dad.
Nobody's gonna understand until the very end, because I think this is near the end, isn't it?
Yeah,
this is close to the end, and I feel like I kind of want to keep going a bit. So I pulled out some mailbag questions.
Oh yeah.
We haven't done this in a while.
Yeah, we haven't, and they're all absolute shit.
Mailbag.
So Noah asks, "What's the weirdest place you've eaten a chicken tender?" I have an actual answer to this.
I think
so.
Let's see.
The place was my couch in my parents' house, which isn't that weird. But the context is, so my church group did a thing where we tried to eat 1,000 chicken nuggets in one night. We succeeded.
Oh, God.
So we thought. 3 weeks later, I find a chicken nugget under my couch in my parents' house because we were the ones who hosted it. And I texted it out to our group chat and was like, "Guys, I have a very sad update. We failed."
You guys were only off by
peer
one.
pressured me over text.
You better not have eaten that.
I did.
Did you wash it down with iced tea milk?
No. Wait, what? Oh yeah, you've been doing that recently. I forgot.
Wait, okay,
God,
I need filled in on that. What?
Burkus.
Have you not seen the Out of Context channel for the last 3 days? I'm doing an experiment.
There are a lot of things that happen in the Discord. I don't see every single one of them.
I'm going to touch on this real quick because it makes me look really stupid. I'm doing an experiment. I want to see if I could get viral on TikTok. So I have been every day mixing things with milk and chugging it. The first day was Mio that was flavored in orange. It tasted like a creamsicle. It wasn't bad, but my stomach didn't like it. The second day was also Mio, but it was a cherry pomegranate one. It was horrible. And then yesterday was iced tea powder that one sucked. Like, that was the worst one by far.
What's today?
I don't know. I might do, and I've done it before.
Hot sauce.
Oh, I see the messages. I vote
Chocolate milk powder into water. Cold water.
That's not that bad.
Yes, it is. I've done it before.
I vote doing the mac and cheese powder with the milk.
I guarantee you that would bang on TikTok. The issue is it worth it?
It would also make your stomach bang.
Yeah.
Is it worth it? No, it isn't. Because I hate Kraft dinner as is.
Carter, I have some
Honestly,
videos to send you later.
The creamsicle one just looks really good.
It wasn't bad.
Like,
It
just
wasn't
like the
bad.
creamy orange. It looks good. I'm not gonna lie.
It just didn't sit well in my stomach.
Okay. Are there more questions, Burkus?
Well, you guys haven't answered the weirdest place you've eaten a chicken tender yet.
In the
I don't know
pool.
if I have an answer, but like this makes me want to create an answer.
Yeah, I feel like I need to go and like eat chicken tenders in weird locations.
Go to your local Canes and get weird.
Do that as
We
your
don't have
TikTok experiment.
canes here.
Oh, I forgot. You live in the South. That's really sad.
I have Bojangles, which is better.
Yeah, probably.
I haven't had either because I'm in Canada and we're not
You are
that
in
lucky.
Canada. Do you have what chicken tender places do you have up
I
there?
get Popeyes and Jollibee.
What is
And-
Jollibee?
It's a Filipino chicken place.
Ooh,
Ooh,
I like that. Sounds good.
interesting.
They're known for their fried chicken more. I tried their chicken sandwich and it was mid.
All right. So, you guys don't have any satisfactory answers for that, or is it just me?
I
Not
ate
really.
chicken
Like in
tenders
my
in the
car.
pool.
Like I've eaten chicken tenders in my car a lot.
In my bed,
Mm.
like that's not really that weird though.
I don't think
Yeah.
that I would eat chicken tenders in my bed. I don't know.
Gwyneth, I think this is a Gwyneth, right? I want to make sure I have them straight. Yeah. Gwyneth asks, do you like it when the socks match the sleeves or the hem stripe or both? I think the answer to that is both.
Both.
I like when the hem stripe matches the sleeve stripe. So yes.
Okay, I guess
Although that does
better way to
Might
phrase
be
this
going
question. Assume that on a jersey the hem stripe and the arm stripes do not match, which one would you rather have the socks match?
Arm.
I would also say arm, because your legs
Arm.
are just arms for your feet.
Yeah. I think I'd probably say that too. And I'm trying to remember a prime example. I believe it was Boston's 2019 Winter Classic that did that. Or no, it wouldn't have been 19.
16.
Was it? No, 19, I believe it. It was. There's some sort of weird inconsistency there. Oh, never mind. Boston's 2019 Winter Classic doesn't match anything. The socks.
No, it does not.
I was thinking
wait,
of
that's
the way
just-
that like I was thinking of the
Wait,
way that
I just
the
realized what the
hem
striping
matches the
pattern
yoke.
is.
Oh,
The striping
that is
pattern
the same. Huh. That's crazy.
That makes me like it slightly more, knowing that it's actually based in something.
I actually
I still
hadn't
don't like
noticed
it.
that it was the same striping though. Neat.
Huh.
I was thinking of
I would
like
say
the
honest-
way that like the arms don't match the hem, but the hem matches the shoulder yoke of that 2019 one.
Oh, it
That's what I
does.
was
That is weird.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of because that was like
Especially
a
with like the
problem
collar
it back
and the
at
yellow
time.
trim around the base.
Yeah, because like that's what the problem with it was kind of at the time where it was like the arms and the hem don't match and it was weird. And then someone pointed that out and I was like, oh my god, that makes sense and it actually works really well for a Winter Classic.
Interesting.
And to think if they did actually do a brown jersey this year, then you would have had Velcro arms.
That, yeah, it would have been Velcro sleeves of that.
Velcro sleeves.
Which
Huh.
I honestly proves my point
That's
a bit about being brown being good. I think, at least.
I also think that's pretty cool. Just that like they're so different. The jerseys are so different, while the striping on the arms is so similar.
The exact same, yeah.
Yeah, the exact same.
Huh.
Well, look at that.
Anyways, Taylor
Anyways,
Swift
arm.
enjoyer.
Oh yeah. Is that TJ? I feel like that.
No, that is King Daniel.
Daniel.
Oh.
Taylor Swift enjoyer asks, "Is committing drug crimes okay?" No, it is not.
No,
Yeah,
it is
it
not
has.
okay. We do not encourage it at all.
Walter.
Peter Griffin Designs, wonder who that idiot is,
Hey,
asks, should I upgrade my gold mine or elixir collector for my next class of clans base? I guess since you're on here, Carter, do you remember what you ended up doing?
yeah, I did both and then upgraded my town hall and haven't touched it in a week.
Let's
Hell yeah.
go. I have not played Clash of Clans in years. I can't say that I've touched it since 9th grade.
I got back into it for about 2 weeks and then gave up again.
Yep.
The last mobile game I played consistently was 2048.
I still play 2048.
I
Dude,
also
it's
still
great.
play
Yeah,
it.
that's really the only game I've ever really been into.
I'm
I
well
guess I
on
did
my
the-
way to the 8192 tile. I almost got it on my last flight. Most of the time, I play it when I'm flying.
Yeah.
Not
It's a
like when
good
I'm flying, when
daedalus
I'm on
game,
a
yeah.
plane.
Yeah.
I need to get back into it, but I
Oh
was
yeah,
playing
you've been
Genshin.
learning how
I
to
was playing-
fly.
I have
Talk
been learning
about
how to
that
fly.
for a bit.
Well, I don't know.
You're like almost a licensed pilot.
Almost
Can you
a license.
fly to my house and pick me up and take me to Baltimore?
It's gonna take me forever. Hypothetically, I could.
We'll buy a jet
I also
engine.
don't. I also don't know what the regulations are about crossing the border in a private plane.
That is also true.
Do it anyways.
What's the closest airport south of Winnipeg? Because you live in Winnipeg, right?
We have an airport.
Yeah, but if he can't cross the border in his plane, he has
Probably
to
like
land it in Minnesota somewhere.
probably
then-
Fargo or something.
No. I'll find you a good airport. It'll be small, but you'll be able to get closer to me. Just continue talking about other things. I'll find one.
Okay.
Let's see.
I was
DJ.
back to mobile games. I was playing Genshin Impact for a little bit there, and I
Is
need
it
to get
good?
back into it. Do you know like Zelda Breath of the Wild? Have you played that?
Yes.
Imagine that, but anime. It's good. I
Ooh.
like it.
Yeah, I haven't tried it, but I've heard good and bad things.
It's very similar to Zelda Breath of the Wild again, but just anime. So I do need to get back into that because I was playing it for a little while and then
Oh.
kind of just faded off of it. Hello?
Huh?
It's a clown burger sticker. I think.
No.
Wait,
Oh,
what?
what is it?
What
Oh,
is
the
it?
hat.
Okay.
Clown burger.
Any of you watch The Simpsons?
Yes.
I
Yeah.
have.
So we had
Oh,
an
right.
order
Krusty Burger. That's what it's
from
called.
a rec league team at work, and it was Simpsons themed. And they have the Krusty brand seal of approval as their shoulder patch. But we accidentally made too many, so it says like it's not just good, it's good enough. And it has the Krusty head. So we put it on all the heat presses, and that's what we say. We just say, "Oh, the jersey's not just good; it's good enough." That's our joke. But we still had so many extras, so they just let me take one home. So I'm trying to figure out what to do with it. It's going to be on my hat for now.
Was the jersey a Simpsons themed jersey, or did they just have that with like, and just kind of?
They had a home, away, and alternate, all Simpsons themed.
Okay.
The home dark jersey was a diagonal word mark in the Simpsons font that said Simpsons. The away had a Homer drinking beer logo with Millhouse as the shoulder patch. Like, that's random. And the alt is also a very weird logo. It's Otto in the bus. Like, they just picked the most random things from The Simpsons and made
That's
it their
so
stuff.
weird.
I kind of
It looks
love the
cool.
idea though of a beer league team that has nothing to do with the Simpsons just slapping that on their shoulder.
Yeah. Gives me Springfield Isotopes contest vibe.
Yep.
All right. TJ asks, favorite minor league hockey logo and or jersey?
That's not what he asked.
Do you want me to say the other one out loud on the podcast?
If you want, I don't care.
Ass or tits?
Savannah Ghost Pirates.
I'm a
Actually,
fan
it's
of the Savannah Ghost Pirates.
They do have a pretty decent brand. I will say that.
Travis hates this logo,
Ooh,
and I'm
underrated.
I'm gonna talk about it.
Chicago Wolves have a really nice the red jersey.
They have a sick jersey.
Yeah, they do.
We were also talking about that last night.
The logo.
I'm gonna
Travis
say-
hates this jersey.
The
but I
logo
like
needs
this.
an update bad. The jersey, the red jersey they have is really nice.
I'm gonna have to think for a second because there's a couple I love.
There's a lot.
Going back to
I think-
Savannah, really
I think
fast.
in terms of logos, Rochester's Americans are pretty good. The Utica Comets back when they were blue and green, I liked a lot, but now that they're red and black, I don't know.
Norfolk Admirals,
Ooh, that's a good one.
I like them.
Springfield
I
Thunderbirds. Shout out Matt McElroy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Those were really good. But I
I
don't know
like
which. Ooh, you know what I might have to go with? I might have to go to Grand Rapids Griffins. I really like
Classic.
their logo and branding. I think it's really unique, and it also like looks good and is like they've turned it into like a actual professional brand. Now I just need to look at their jerseys and see if I like them.
The
If I'm
Calgary
talking about-
Wranglers ones are also pretty solid.
They are.
And I mean,
what are they
they're
called?
not. It's not the most unique too, but Henderson Silver Knights, like it's a great, you know,
Ooh,
kind of.
Vegas
It's
is-
great at taking the Vegas brand and making it their own while keeping the continuity.
okay, these jerseys are sexy. Yeah, Grand Rapids Griffins is my final answer. I
Coachella
really like
Coachella Valley Firebirds is a good one.
Mm.
them.
yeah.
I know that they're a Seattle knockoff,
Yeah, see,
but I like them
Grand
anyways.
Rapids, I'm kind of meh on. I mean, they're nice, but they're not like something that I'm in love.
I just realized they have the same sock stripes as the goat head.
Do they?
I think so.
Interesting.
Okay, I'm giving two answers because I can. San Diego Gulls.
Oh, that's a good one.
I love their logo, especially their jersey is the type of jersey I would normally hate, but the colors just they do it for me. I like it. The other answer I'm going to give is my least favorite AHL team, but I love their jersey and logo. Milwaukee.
I was going to say Milwaukee is
That's a very good answer.
Milwaukee Admirals. But I have to go with, I don't know, I have to go with Savannah since they're now my hometown team. But I was going to say this earlier. Travis hates this logo, and I don't know why because I really like it. It's the state of Georgia outline with the stick through it with the SAV abbreviation.
Yeah, it's a good
that
logo.
they have on the shoulder patch. It's a good shoulder patch. It's not like it's going to be their primary, but I really like that logo. And also just their regular old logo. It's very nice. I like that they have it both in a roundel and not in a roundel.
I'm going to send something into the Discord because I just found something very interesting.
Another great logo
it's-
that sadly no longer exists and kind of gained a cult following amongst HJC for a while because of the contest they did with us, the Quad City Mallards.
Ooh,
Yep.
that was also a very good brand. R.I.P.
The logo
I like that
or the
Burkus.
jerseys from what I'm seeing were hit or miss, but the logo was very good.
So check out this yoke striping on this Grand Rapids Griffins jersey.
Oh,
I'm a
That's
fan
hot.
of that.
huh.
Oh yeah, that's sick.
That's cool. I don't think I'd like it for the NHL if it wasn't like sublimated, but for like
Oh
the
yeah,
AHL,
obviously. But,
yeah, give me that. I'll take it.
dude.
That Griffin's word mark in the logo is really good,
Yeah.
like that old one. I never really
Yeah.
noticed that. I love that Griffin's text from the old one.
So yeah, shout out to the Grand Rapids Griffins.
For doing something good.
You did do something good.
You know
Um,
what's a really good one? I need to find it again. Oh God, what was it? The Victoria Salsa.
Excuse me?
Yep.
I thought that was more of a like a public, I guess, inside joke. But which league is it? I'm trying to remember which league it was in. Oh, but
It wasn't it BCHL.
That it might have been. Let's see if I can find it. I'm like scouring. Yeah, it was one
Sports
of those
logos?
leagues. Yeah, I'm like scouring sports logos looking for it. God, I'm sorry. This is gonna probably kick me for a second, but I gotta put my ad blocker back on. The ads are so bad on sportslogos.net.
You're fine, most likely.
Or maybe I don't have to refresh the page. Oh god, this is so much better. Oh, never mind. Oh, now I just have ads that just say blocked. Anyways, I'll keep
and now he's
gone.
gone.
And the BPoe is
Oh,
gone,
there,
and he's
wait.
back.
Uh-oh. Can you guys
Are
still
there
hear
any
me?
other
Can I
questions,
still hear you?
Burkus? Yeah.
There are other questions. Justin asks, which of your favorite team's jerseys would you most like to fire into the sun?
Turn that
The
back
reverse retro for your Columbus Blue Jackets, and also our home jerseys. Oh, he's gone again. He'll be back
He was
soon.
offended.
He's back again. Look at that. See, I'm right. Yeah, the Blue Jackets home and the reverse retro. Both of those can go into the sun and die.
That's a valid point. If I were going to choose one,
And I think this is all time. I don't think it. Oh, he's offline. We should probably actually pause. Okay, we're resuming.
I'm back.
I'll pause. Jump cut.
Yeah, jump cut again. There probably have been several.
At least there's only been one other, as far as I know.
I'm just going to go ahead and expand this to all time, just for the
all
sake
time.
of more interesting discussion.
The very boring red with 2 white stripes Hurricanes jersey, that old home, the one that they had.
Yeah.
Shoot that into the sun. Also, the white jersey that they had, I guess, before their current
which one. Are we talking about? What did we move to the next question?
Yes, it's
I found
which of your favorite
BCHL?
Which of your favorite team's jerseys would you most want to fire into the sun? And I've expanded it to all time.
Hey, Justin, I know that you want me to say this one, but it's not going to happen, buddy.
If we're talking current, it's.
I love that.
If we're talking current, it's the the diagonal alternate because it's just kind of the least necessary. If we're talking all time, it's got to be the edge set for the Penguins. It's got to be.
Yeah.
BPoe, is that real? Is that logo real?
Yes.
That's terrifying. I could have made that.
Actually, they did too. The Victoria Grizzlies. They did a throwback to it.
They did.
I don't remember when it was. It was a bit ago. But it's.
Carter, which one?
I absolutely love it just because of how funny it looks.
All right.
It's so ridiculous.
Winnipeg's home and away can go die.
One?
They have run. Yes, they've run their course. There's nothing even wrong with them, but it's been over 10 years now. We haven't changed them at all. They're boring.
Haven't won a cup yet.
I hate you.
I mostly meant in those jerseys, but yeah.
And I know this is something that's been discussed multiple times before in the Discord. We have a perfectly good white and blue Heritage Classic set that we could easily make our home and away, and world peace will be accomplished shortly after. Or even better than that.
I don't know if we'd say perfectly good. At least the blue one. See,
I
Am
knew
the
that
only
was
one that
going to be
really
brought up.
likes Winnipeg's set?
I like Winnipeg's set. I think they're not bad.
Current?
There's
Yeah,
nothing.
I like it.
There's nothing wrong with it, but it's for someone who's seen it, so much. It has just completely worn out on me. I love the Heritage jerseys. I went to the 2019 Heritage Classic live. I know a lot of people, mention the numbers and how they're a little off. I disagree. I think it's fine, especially in person. I think it looks good. My jersey isn't customized. I was going to go grab it to show you, but it's not customized. But even better than that, if they took this year's Reverse Retro and did what Anaheim's definitely going to do and make a flipped version of it for the home with the recolored 90s logo, that should be our current set right now. If that is what we had, I would be happy.
That is an amazing jersey, their Reverse Retro. It's very basic. It's very boring. The other one I wouldn't hate is if they made that their away and brought back the Aviator jersey as the home.
The Aviator jersey is overhated. I love it.
It is.
I mean, that Aviator jersey basically is making it reversing the reverse.
Yeah.
Retro.
If the Aviator jersey, take that and
front,
replace the logo, that should be our home jersey.
Yeah.
That would be a solid set. the current Winnipeg home and away set, like, I've never been a fan of it. The road jersey, I can say, like, okay, there's some things like there's no
Yeah.
consistency with like the hem and the arm stripes, and I'm not a fan of the shoulder going through. But like the home jersey, there's nothing wrong with it.
Oh yeah.
Even like from a what's it called perspective, like just
Yeah, exactly.
a technical perspective, like there's consistency, but I've never been a fan of it myself.
The one thing that I really, really hate about them is the patch of gray that's in the collar where the NHL logo sits.
Yeah, that is kind of weird.
Yeah.
When it was Reebok, it wasn't
that's
terrible.
a holdover from
But like, why is it's really not that hard to just make it blue, is it? Surely you'd think it's not that difficult.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess the Blackhawks have fixed theirs, like shortly after Adidas came out. So I guess the Jets could too, but maybe they don't see it as a problem.
It's not so bad with Reebok.
No, it's really
There were
not.
a lot of teams like the Rangers too did the same thing where they just literally translated that over.
The Jets, when it was
I
the
will say
Reebok,
the jersey also looks much better in person.
yes, it does. When it was
honestly, this striping pattern, just flip the blues and it would look way better, I think.
I'd be down for that.
The striping, I really like the striping pattern itself.
You know what? They could do that for their reverse. If they switch tomorrow, they could do that for their next reverse retro in 4 years.
The other thing that could be cool, and I've made a concept of it, and I've seen concepts of it, is using the heritage jersey colors with the striping of that jersey, like the current home. I'll send it to you, Burkus.
There we go.
Because
I'm not in the
Yeah.
This isn't my mock-up. This is
that is
jersey
nice.
mashup. But yeah, it works. Again, I think I'd prefer just the regular heritage set or the reverse retro set. But I do like it with the red. I think they could use more of that. I'm going to say vintage red. Heritage red, whatever you want to call it. The darker.
Yeah.
I think it would look good if they used it more than just in the leaf in their logo.
Okay.
All right. And then our final question, also from Noah. What is your favorite brand of outdoor pool cleaner?
Hayward is what we use. We have pool chemicals and a pool vacuum from them. The pool vacuum's name is Rosie, and it likes to get stuck on the filter at the bottom of the deep end.
You were
expecting
so
an
ready
actual
to
earnest answer.
I texted my dad once I saw that question was sent in to make sure I got the brand
The
right.
10 best pool cleaners. Dolphin Nautilus CC Plus robotic pool cleaner at Walmart.
We had a Dolphin brand pool vacuum at the pool that I used to work at, and we actually had two. And the big one sucked. The little one was great.
It's a vacuum. It's supposed to suck.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it was.
Where is it?
All right,
Soundboard.
I'm so done with this. I'm done. I quit. End the podcast. We're done here.
Thank you for listening to the Jersey Nerds podcast. Check out our website at jerseynerds.wordpress.com to find the latest news, concepts, podcasts, and more. You can find us on Twitter and Instagram at @the_Jersey Nerds, or just find all the links down in the description of the episode.